Happy New Year, everyone, and a warm welcome to Breeding to Win's first show of 2019. And what a way to start the year, with the Lamarons Queen's Plate Festival living up to everything it promised to be this past weekend at Kenilworth Racecourse. Right now, let's take a look at what you can look forward to on tonight's show. We bring you the highlights of the Queen's Plate Festival of Racing. Feed chats to John Costa about Coup de Grace's amazing entries on Book 1 with regard to both numbers and appearances. We take a look at the Ascot Stud draft for Book 1. We feature another stallion from the Freeman portfolio. And last but not least, we announce the winner of the Foal of the Week competition.
Kaplan is being followed by Sylvan on Fire, brave move, and then comes Second Request. They settle for the run to the line, racing middle outside, 400 metres left to go, and Oh Susanna says, come and catch me if you can. Lady in Black is on the chase up the outside, and Safe Harbour, deepest of all, is also starting to run on. Fresnay towards the inside, Cascapedia, 200 metres left to go, Oh Susanna still in front. Lady in Black is trying to wear it down on the outside. It's Oh Susanna on the inside, Lady in Black, she's trying to bridge the gap into the closing stages, but Oh Susanna goes all of the way to win it from Lady in Black in second. Cascapedia, Fresnay, then came Second Request.
In front, and it's Do It Again by a length and a half. Do It Again shakes the ground beneath him.
All in line, all clear. And away they go. Bit of an untidy beginning, this one. Rainbow Bridge a little bit slow of the mark, and Hat Pintana lost 4 lengths coming out of the gates. Amazing Strike began quickly. Up there in second, we've got Undercover Agent. Snow Dance with the white cap is trapped 3 deep but pushing forward. Then comes Socrat, who's sitting back of the rail. A length and a half to Infamous Fox in the white colours. Legal Eagle is giving about 7 lengths start. Half back on the inside, it's Rainbow Bridge. Then comes Do It Again. And 5 lengths away at the field, at the tail of the field, we find Hat Pintana. They head towards the middle of the bend in the Lamarone Queen's Plate, just on 800 metres left to go. Amazing Strike sets a useful pace. Up there in second, we got Undercover Agent. A length and a half to Snow Dance. On the inside, we find Socrat. A length and a half to Legal Eagle, who starts to creep closer. Then comes Infamous Fox. Do It Again is also on the move. Rainbow Bridge is going to corner back. One from last, and Hatpentana is the last to swing as they straighten up in the Lomrock Queen's Plate. 550 metres left to go, and Undercover Agent quickly moves up, takes the lead and kicks for home. Socrat on the inside. Legal Eagle being produced up the middle. Rainbow Bridge being settled right up the outside with Do It Again. 300 metres left to go. Undercover Agent. Snow Dance has taken off. Legal Eagle in the middle. Rainbow Bridge. Do It Again. They've taken off together. Socrat down the inside. It's Socrat. Legal Eagle. Do It Again on the outside. Socrat. Do It Again. These two left to fight it out. It's the 3-year-old Socrat with his head in front. Do It Again with one late lunge. Gets up on the line. Do It Again from Socrat. Then came Rainbow Bridge and Undercover Agent.
The Cape Premier Yearling Sale takes place on Wednesday, the 23rd of January at the Cape Town Convention Centre. Coup de Grace has his first crop of yearlings on the sale, and John Costa tells us more.
John, always lovely to have you on the show.
Thanks, Fee.
Now, Coup de Grace, he's got 19 going on the Cape Premier Yearling Sale. That's quite a significant number.
No, it is, Fee. You know, significantly more than most of the first season size, but even more than the established stallions. So, yeah, very good result. And, you know, I put it down to the types of horses they are. They're early types. Very good pedigrees. You've got some really, really cracking mares. And good support from breeders all around.
And as a bunch, do you like them all, or is there one or two favourites amongst them?
Yeah, he seems to be stamping them. He's throwing a lot of his attributes, which is a very, very good sign. They've got big bums. They've got huge amount of quality, just like he has. They seem to have a bit of length of body as well. So they look to me like sprinter milers, and of course that's the kind of horse that most people are looking for these days.
Yeah, conformation-wise, they certainly look to ooze a bit of quality.
They've got tremendous quality, and you know, if you look at him on his photograph, and everybody who sees him back on the farm as well, always comments about the massive amount of quality that he has.
He hasn't been standing with you very long, so this is an absolutely phenomenal result to have 19 going to the sale.
We did quite a few foal shares, and I think that went down really well with him. And then of course he got great support from Highlands, who are partners in the horse, and Anthony Beck from Gainesway. So all in all, I think a really good result, and I'm really hoping that the buyers like what they see.
And of course he's by Tappet, who stands for 2.2 million himself and has done very, very well.
Well, Tappet's one of the great stallions of the world. He's been champion sire in America 3 years in a row. 114 stakes winners at 8.5% stakes winners to runners is a huge, huge result. And then he's got 27 Group 1 winners at 1.9% Group 1 winners to runners. So without doubt, one of the great stallions of the world.
On the dam side, you've got Stormcat, and that speaks for itself as well.
Well, Stormcat is emerging as one of the top broodmare sires in the world. 218 stakes winners at 11.8% stakes winners to runners, which is quite phenomenal. 44 Group 1 winners so far at 2.5% Group 1 winners to runners. And, you know, if you look at some of the horses that count as his broodmare sire, is Lord Canaloa, who's in himself has become a great stallion. He won 6 Group 1s. Shared Belief and Closed Hatches won 5 each. And then the Coolmore lot of Churchill, Glen Eagles and Misty for Me with 4 Group 1 winners each. And Churchill and Glen Eagles also 2 young stallions that stud at Coolmore. So to have a stallion that's stud by the mighty Tappet out of a Stormcat mare who's doing so well as a broodmare sire surely has to be, has to count in his favour.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great history. You know, you've got a draft of there's a draft of 19 coup de grace on the sale. But if you were to talk about some of them or pick some of them out, which ones would they be?
Okay, so lot 8 is a half brother to the Equus champion 2-year-old 7th Plain. Very smart, chestnut, flashy, just like his father. Lot 29 is absolutely exceptional. She's a half-sister to the Group 1 winning Fillies Guineas winner, Jessential. Her mother, Consensual, was a champion 2-year-old filly. She has to be a filly that would interest breeders and buyers. Lot 32 is out of a half-sister to One World, and we know how well he's done so far. Lot 83 is very interesting, a filly out of a half-sister to Philanthropist, and we know that he's been a super stallion in South Africa and around the world. Lot 87 is out of the Group 3 winner, Kinematic Countess. Lot 109 is very interesting because it comes from Normandy stud, and Oscar tells me probably the nicest in his draft. And she's from the same family as Mother Russia, Another Russia, Winter Solstice, and Bravura.
That's
so one
fantastic.
of the great pedigrees. Yeah. Lot 127 comes from Waterford stud, out of the Group 1 winning filly Outcome. Lot 166 is a very interesting mating. It's a True Nix mating, A+. It's out of the Holy Bull mare, who's the same family as Kentucky Derby winner Giacomo and the Santa Anita Derby winner Tiago. So all American pedigree there. Lot 172 from Duncan Barry is a half-brother to none other than Captain of All, who's doing stallion duties at the moment. And in his first 4 seasons, he's covered 432 mares. His progeny are looking really, really well. So this colt could be anything. Lot 175 is really, really interesting because it's a mixture of the American champion sire Tappet and the European champion sire Galileo. She herself was a Group 3 winner. It's also a True Nix A++ mating. And then in Lot 224 is out of a half-sister to the Group 1 winner Exhilaration. Also a True Nix A++ mating and a quite superbly outstanding individual.
Absolutely unbelievable. Some really, really top pedigrees and something to get excited about. Now, this catalogue is always a strong catalogue. It's a great time of year, the sale, but you must be so proud to be having 19 coup de grace on the sale.
No, extremely proud, Fee. You know, the competition is huge. It is an early sale. We try and cater for international buyers as well. So we've got a lot of international pedigrees here. But yeah, very, very excited, and we'll be even more excited when they start running as 2-year-olds.
For over 10 years, the name Camelot had been reserved by Coolmore, just waiting for the right horse. Making his debut at Premier Irish Track Leopardstown in July, Camelot's lofty reputation preceded him, and he was sent off the $1.30 favourite.
Camelot stretching on is going to land the odds. Camelot wins by 2 lengths.
Pitched straight into Group 1 company next time out, and again starting odds on, he produced a breathtaking performance to take out the Racing Post Trophy, one of Europe's premier juvenile contests.
Still O'Brien waiting on Camelot in behind. What will the favourite find? He's getting there now. Zip Top leads from fencing. Here's Camelot almost on the bridle, coming through on the near side. Oh, he's a good horse, all right. Oh, Camelot at leisure. Oh, a very smart horse indeed. He lives up to the hype and wins the Racing Post Trophy in tremendous style. They race towards the final furlong and a half, running into the dip. Trumpet Major leads the way to Casper Netcher. Fencing is chasing hard. Camelot is running on very strongly now and coming through with French 15 on the far side. Hermeval leads that little group. Camelot coming through with French 15 on the far side. Hermeval. Camelot is just ahead from French 15. Camelot wins. Camelot narrowly to French 15. Hermeval third, far side.
Come the Epsom Derby, Camelot retained his unbeaten record with a superlative performance.
Now Joseph O'Brien gets to work on the favourite Camelot. He calls on the colt for an effort. He's racing to them very quickly, but getting away Astrology. His stablemates 2-3 lengths in front. Now Camelot is now turning on the heat now. He's starting to run at Astrology. On the outside, Camelot ranges up. Camelot takes a narrow lead from the stablemate Astrology and now starts to draw away the first father-son trainer jockey combination to win the Derby. Aiden and Joseph O'Brien.
Next stop was the Curragh, where Camelot defied appalling conditions to become the first colt since the Great Nijinsky in 1970 to land the 2,000 guineas Epsom Derby Irish treble.
Inside the final furlong, Camelot on board to see. Testing ground, but Camelot has what it takes as they race up to the line. Camelot does the Derby double, wins it by about a length and a half.
Mongeur's only classic winner at a mile, Camelot is out of a group winner by King Mambo, who in turn is out of a stakes winner by Dane Hill. The 2013 European season saw 3 different Epsom or Irish Derby winning sons of Mongeur, all sire Group 1 winners, headed by the brilliant Arc winner Trev and one of France's leading 2-year-olds, Ecto. A European champion at 2 and a European champion again at 3. Camelot, a true legend of the turf. Undoubtedly the most precocious juvenile of his generation at Ballydoyle, Zoffany made his debut over 6 furlongs at Leopardstown in mid-April. Sent off the 7-4 on favourite, he landed the odds with the minimum of fuss.
Zoffany on the outside, quickening up well now as they race inside the last 200 yards, and Zoffany has come through now to score for Johnny Murtha.
Less than a month later at Naas and over the same trip, he again looked head and shoulders above his rivals.
And racing up towards the finish, Zoffany and John Murtha are going to make it 2 out of 2 as racing up to the line, Zoffany wins it readily by 4 lengths.
Great head on him, great shoulder, great hind leg, great walker, his great action. He's an absolute stunning individual.
Following a pipe opener at Leopardstown at the end of May, it was off to Royal Ascot to take on the mighty Frankel. He may not have won, but getting within a length of Henry Cecil's Superstar was something that no other horse managed all season.
It's Frankel by 3. Down the outside, Zoffany finishing fast, followed by Acceleration. It's Frankel now. He's starting to paddle. He's going up and down in the one spot, but he's held on. Frankel has won it. Frankel won the St James's Palace. He's still unbeaten. Zoffany in second, Acceleration in third.
And don't forget, he had very good horses in behind him, most notably Acceleration, who in any normal year would have been an undisputed miling champion.
Relaxed well and quickened well at the end, and the line just came a little bit too fast for him.
Probably the fastest and best looking son of one of Europe's leading sires, Dan Silly, Zoffany shares his broodmare sire, Machiavellian, with 2 young sires already making their mark in Shamadel and Dark Angel.
Dan Silly's a very good stallion, very precocious. His runners they show yearly, and they've done it over all kinds of trips from 5 furlongs to 1.5 miles. And I'd say this fella is possibly Dan Silly's best 2-year-old.
Quick to come to hand and quick in his races. Zoffany's bred for the job too.
The Central Route Trading sales have proved a great success so far, and with me this morning is Jacques Charles to give us a little bit of an update of what we can expect in the coming months. Jacques, lovely to have you on the show.
Thank you, Fiona. Thanks for having me as always, and it's nice to be here.
The Central Route Trading sales have been very successful so far, haven't they? How did it all get started?
Look, it's really from where there's few owners that looking for a way out to get to sell some of their horses and to give horses an opportunity in other centres. And then we evolved where we had some breeding stock, and that's why we're really looking at the footprint from a mixed point of view. So to give owners the opportunity to sell from foals right up to mares in foal.
And I've seen some of the horses in training that have been bought down here in Cape Town have really gone on to do great things and won a lot, especially for the guys in Joburg.
Yes, look, the Joburg buyers have been very shrewd, and they seem to enjoy buying from the Cape Town horses that's been in training, and the success stories are there, and you know, we've had some nice winners, which is always nice for a sales company to look back at the record.
Now, unfortunately, there was going to be a sale on the 15th of February in Joburg, but that one didn't quite make enough entries. But we have got one here on the 8th of February in Cape Town. Yes,
so we've had two sales before in February in Joburg. Sadly, there wasn't enough entries this year, so we're going to skip that this time around. But the 8th of February was really initiated by the Wiley Hall Syndicate, so there's a few mares in foal to Wiley Hall with foals at foot, and some lovely yearlings that's going to be on the sale. And you know, if we just look at Wiley Hall, one runner, one winner, so it's good timing. So if you want to get in, you can get in, you know, quite soon.
It's a great sale. These mixed sales are so much fun and give everyone an opportunity.
Yes, and there's something for everyone. You know, there's one or two horses that are currently in training, some 2-year-olds that's about to get to go to trainers, and then there's a lovely handful of yearlings, and the mix is good from stallions, fresh size. As captain of all is represented Wiley Hall. Time Thief is represented in the mares in foal and foals at foot. So it's a lovely mix, so we're quite excited about this one.
Yeah, fantastic. I've been to some of the prior sales and they've been really, really good. But I'm looking forward to catching up with you again before the next sale, which is on February the 8th. Hopefully we can delve into the pedigrees and see what's in the catalogue.
For sure. Thank you so much, Fiona.
Rose and Ashley Parker's Ascot stud are bringing just 3 yearlings to the sale. Let's take a look.
Ascot stud Ashley and Rose Parker have a lovely draft of 3 going to the Cape Premier yearlings sale. They've got a lovely Zoffany colt, lot 101, who's a very good walker, big, strong, strapping colt who has lots of presence. Zoffany had a great season with 7 stakes winners, especially his 2-year-olds were very good this year in Europe and in England. Lot 66 is a lovely colt by Global View out of Grand Mary. He's a half-brother to Grand Silvano, a 4-time winner from 10 starts. Placed in all his other races, barring one, and ran a very good second in Cape Town last time out. And also a half-brother to Mary O'Reilly. Lot 189 is a filly by the new stallion Global View out of Stormy Appeal, who is a 14-time winner, also the dam of 3 stakes winners. One of them, the very exciting Storm Destiny, in training with Mike de Kock, who runs in the 3 Toikers warm-up for the Gauteng Guineas. Global View is a new stallion by Galileo, probably the best sire in the world for the last 10 years. He was a Grade 2 and Grade 3 winner in America and has an outstanding first crop that will be well received at all the sales. Having seen Ashley's 3 horses, they certainly look to have great conformation, superbly bred, and I hope that they sell well on the upcoming Cape Premier yearling sale.
Cayman stallions are shown regularly on the Breeding to Win show. Let's take a look at another one of his champion stallions.
Karari himself, who's by Oasis Dream, was a Group 1 winner himself over 1.25 miles and had very good form over 1 mile as well. And he's gone down to South Africa, and you know, with the best will in the world, you wouldn't say South Africa's got the strongest mare population in the world. And he has very successfully moved up a lot of those mares. That's what we found. And in fact, Silvano has very much done the same. And we have one table that we run of stallion sires that move their mares up. And of the active sires in South Africa, Karari and Silvano are 1-2 on that list. And when you flip it around and do the combined sire plus mare points that we do, Silvano is number 1 and Karari number 2 of the active sires in South Africa. So,
and this horse covered relatively ordinary mare.
Yeah, very definitely.
So obviously with better mares, you can imagine he's going to have a more significant impact.
Yes, absolutely. No doubt as he gets better and better mares, and particularly the possibility of crossing Silvano mares onto Karari, which I'm sure Dr. Jacobs has been thinking about and is probably doing quite a bit of. That's very appealing, because Danzig on Nijinsky, which is what Silvano goes back to in his sire line, has always been a really, really successful cross. So I think as he gets better mares and as he gets more Silvano mares, it's the future is extremely bright. I wouldn't want to bet on any other horse in South Africa becoming champion sire in the next few years. I mean, it's got to be Karari. And the Apex system that we use takes all the runners in a given season or a given year, everything that runs, and we take the top 2% of those runners, and those are called A runners in any given season or any given year. So it's obviously quite a high standard, and it's determined in this case by earnings rather than by black type. That it is on that scale that Karari has done so well. It's like an average earnings index, but Apex takes out the one huge earner and just counts it as one good horse. So you don't get the distortions that you get in the average earnings index. Apex measures the frequency with which a sire is able to get runners that are in the top 2% of earners in whatever jurisdiction we're measuring.
Gotcha.
Well, over the last couple of months, we've been bringing you Foal of the Week. It's time now to announce the winner of the Foal of the Week competition. that's a wrap for our first Breeding to Win show of 2019. Don't forget to join us next week for more Breeding to Win action. From Grant Knowles, Fiona Ramsden, myself, Julie Alexander, as well as the rest of the Breeding to Win team. Good night.